Lisa Nick here with Swan City Ceramics. We are going to be throwing a bunch of different forms today with y'all. We have our list here. Let's see, we're going to do 4 V60s, the coffee pour overs, and then 2 size planters. I think we're going to do 6 of our 4-inch tabletop planters. And we're also going to do 4 of the 2.5 inch, so it's like the medium and the small planters. And we're also going to make our jewelry fountains today. Make 4 of those. So let's get right into it. Got a big day. Let me see. I think we're going to start off with the small planters though today. So we have our balls of clay all weighed out already, and the small ones, this is an example of our small. All right, it's really cute. This one's all splashed up from clay too, but it's got a little tiny cactus in it. And they're great for small succulents or any other plants, but we are gonna make them out of 1 pound of clay. And we have all the attached bases, and there's little drainage holes in the sides. So let's see. I think we have 4 of them ready to go. Yeah, we definitely do. Let's see. We take our bats and clean them off a little bit. So these pots are 2.5 inches wide. So we're actually gonna measure that with our calipers and our shrinkage ruler. So like we said before, our clay shrinks about 11%. So we're gonna look for 2.5 inches here. We have a 12 and a 10% rule side. So we're gonna go right in between. 2.5. Oh yeah. Tighten it up. We'll start centering. We just opened a fresh bag of clay, so all of our clay is pretty stiff. So. Centered. So to make the attached bases, what we like to start doing is we're going to pull up a wall in the middle and then save a little bit of clay on the edge so we can pull up a second wall. That's going to be really small. We're going to do that after. So I'm just going to push some clay down to keep for later. And then we're going to open our form up and just use this main wall to start. Leave about 1/4 inch on the bottom. You want to open the base up to that full 2.5 inches. Let's say. Oh yeah. We're just going to compress this. pull our first wall up and compress our lip. There we go. So we want this to be as tall as it is wide, 2.5 by 2.5. That's the goal here. So we're gonna create another little bump to pull this clay straight towards the center to get our height, compressing our lip. Mm-hmm. 5 o'clock, huh? Hell yeah. Let's see. It's a beautiful sound. We're gonna do one more.
It is 5 o'clock too.
Is it 5 o'clock for real?
5:01.
Ah, yes.
I have to go through these scenes and add the new audio though, so.
Just about at our height, and we have our width. Just gonna straighten out a little bit more. There we go. Very nice. You really got to get level with your clay to figure out if it is the right height and straight enough. That looks good. We'll do a final little touch at the very end. So we're going to pull our wall up now on the edge. So we're just going to create a small wall for our attached base. And the way that we're going to do that is just go right underneath, make a lip, and push that clay forward while keeping our finger right in the middle, tension on the bottom. Perfect. So I'm just going to spend a moment and compress this middle area here because we don't want any cracks anywhere in this piece. I also like to use this one tool. Kind of like a little finger tool. You can compress that down a little bit more. It's smaller than my hands, so it can really get in there. There we go. And then we're going to take a little more and push that clay up to get a higher wall. There we go. Looks good. Compress the lip. Get any of that extra water out of there. We want it a little closer to our form, so we're going to collar it in a little bit too. Compressing the lip. Collared and compressed. There we go. Goes what? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're asking me. Turn it up. No? Okay. Just going to take a little bit extra off of this bottom and create a bevel for our wire tool to go under. Then when we're trimming, we'll really get this into a nice angle. So we have our width and our height. Perfect. I want a little more to come off of here. And we're gonna use our wire tool. Just trim this guy right off. Perfect. And once these are dry enough, we're gonna flip them over and trim them, and then also add our drainage hole right in the middle. Let's put this guy right down there.
This is the first stream we're doing on Restream.
Yeah.
So we're on Twitch right now live and YouTube.
For the first time, we're doing Twitch.
Well, there's no watermark. It's supposed to be, but...
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
See that.
That's great.
But we do have a comment on Twitch.
Oh, who said what?
Someone said, I want to offer you some promotion for your channel. Lower price than any competitor.
Lower price than any competitor?
Quality guaranteed.
Wow.
Chat panel, everything is in your hands. Guys trying to...
Well, you know, that's our...
As well.
Shameless promotion.
Thanks for the comment, bud. That's enough. If you can leave some more comments, that'd be fine.
Thanks to everybody watching on Twitch and on YouTube. I know we appreciate you and we want to hear from you. So say hi. Our next step, maybe get a bot in there. People can interact with our bot. That'll be cool. But we love hearing from all y'all, so definitely comment and say hey, subscribe. Tell us what you want to see us throw next. Oh yeah. These small planters are the best. One of my favorites to throw. This one seems to have a mind of its own. Always compressing every pull.
It looks like the Restream replaced our description though. On YouTube.
On YouTube too?
Just on YouTube.
Oh.
So we don't have a description, it just says powered by Restream.
Can you go into the Restream platform right now and change the description while we're live?
I'm trying to see.
Let's see where we're at. Yes. Yes. Okay, that's good. Just gonna Spend an extra moment compressing this bottom because I feel like I didn't compress it enough earlier. Let's throw up this itty bitty wall, pinch it up, and compress the lip. There we go. Let's really get this wall straight. Nice. One thing that I forgot on the first one we'll have to go back into, but we like to add this little swirl at the bottom with our tool. Once you pot a plant in there, you don't see it, so it's just for you. But add a little swirl, and then right at the edge of the swirl, we also put the drainage hole. So ideally, when the plant is draining, the water will go right through the swirl into the hole. Let's see. Slide. Go. Can you see the swirl? Cute. All right, let's add that really quick onto the one, our first one. Perfect. Little swirl. Two more, then we're gonna do our 4-inch planters. We were getting a lot of questions on YouTube Shorts about this chamois that we use because our wheel doesn't have any bat pins. So we talked about before, but like a traditional plastic bat, they have these little holes on the bottom for a screw, which would be right inside the bat, and you could just pop them on and off and they fit perfectly on the screw. But the wheel that we have, it's a little bit smaller, doesn't come with any installed. So to get around that, we bought this piece of chamois. It's just a giant like piece of leather. It was a big square, big rectangle, we cut it into a circle. And once it's wet and dried off slightly, it creates this non-slip surface. So you can see like it's malleable a little bit back and forth, but obviously when we throw, it keeps really well with our wooden bats and with the plastic bats. It reminds me a lot of those, I don't know if you remember this, but like those pieces of rubber that people would buy to put inside their car to keep their phone on before phone mounts got really into style. Do you remember what I'm talking about, Nick?
Nope.
Nope. It was just like a piece of sticky, like, I don't know. It wasn't even sticky. It was just like adhesive that was reusable. I know I'm not the only one that remembers that. push down. A little bit we're gonna save for later. Let's open it up. Slowly pull towards your body. This one is. Create our shape. Always concave to start. Let's do our first pull. Right into the middle, but not straight up. There we go. Our second pull. Up and compress the lip. One last little pull here. I'm gonna collar it in because I don't want it to flare out too much while we're still doing this pull. Let's get this. There it is. Press and pinch to pull. It's okay if it's a little flared, we're just going to collar it in a little bit here. So 2 to 3 points pressure, we're just going to push that in a little bit, straighten it out. Go in and compress. Good. Let's straighten this out too. Nice. Add our swirl. One sweep. Just cut that right off. There we go. So after every few pieces, you have to get the slurry off of the chamois. Otherwise, it will get way too slippery. All right. Get a nice seal. go. Keep on, okay. So we're gonna push this clay down right here. This is the last 2.5 small planter we're throwing today, and we're gonna move on to some bigger guys. Let's see. This will be for our lip, for our drainage. We're gonna make this first wall. Push our clay down, open up the form, pull it towards our bodies slowly. Create our concave shape and then compress our inside. We want that base to be our total circumference, so diameter, total diameter, 2.5 inches. So let's see what we're working with. That looks pretty good to me. Go. All right, so we lost our concave shape. We're just gonna push that back into the center. Compress our lip. Alright, let's do our first pull here. Bring in some of the clay with our fingers straight up into the middle. Compress the top. I'm gonna do one more small pull and shape it up. Go. Nice. And our height, good. All right, let's just make this guy a little straighter. All right, and now for our drainage wall. I press down in the center to compress. Use our other finger to pull up the side clay that we left. And then a small pull outwards and compress the lip. And then we're gonna push that back in, collaring till it's about straight. And go in with our tool. Just compress one last time. Get any of that slurry out. Create a little bevel. And then we're just gonna do one last straightening out. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. Last touch is the swirl. There we go. Four small planters completed. So we're going to change our calibers to the 4-inch mark here on our shrinkage ruler. 10%, 4, and 12%. I want it a little bit bigger because we're at 11, so I'm going to go right in between that millimeter mark. Turn that up. I'm pretty sure we can use these smaller bats. Oh yeah, we can. So, make sure it's really nice and center. I'm gonna leave enough room for our drainage as well. So with the 4-inch ones, you can see here, I have this awesome cactus growing and it's super happy. So all of this light green growth is new since we put it in this pot. But this one will have 2 drainage holes. So there's one on either side where the small planter just got the 1 drainage hole. Can you see them? Yeah. Oh, okay. So these balls are weighed out to 2 pounds of clay. It's double the amount of our small planters. Let's see. With centering, we're just coning our form, so we're pushing from 2 points together, pushing all of our clay towards the center, up into the middle, and then bringing it back down. There we go. Feels like a good starting spot. So we are going to leave a little bit of clay at the bottom, just like we did before, right on the edge of this bat. There it is. That'll be our base, our attached base lip. Let's open this up, finding the center, pushing down slowly. There's about 1/4 inch at the bottom, opening it up, pulling it towards our bodies. There we go. Just gonna compress down, opening it up a little bit more. Let's see our width here. So we want it to be a little bit wider at the bottom. So I'm going to create our concave shape. Pulling it up, compressing the lip. All right. We're going for the height too. We want it to be 4 inches tall. Do one more pull into the middle. A little bit taller. You can feel it's not a 90-degree angle down here, so let's pull a little bit more clay up. a little bit wider, but our height is right. So I think once we really straighten this out, it'll be the right width. Just gonna take our time getting this as straight as possible. It's really important for consistency in these pieces. Let's see. Looks nice. I'm gonna make this a little bit straighter. Just take a little bit off the top. Compress it again. Just take any excess water out of the middle as well. All right. So we have our width and our height, 4 by 4. So let's open up our side wall here. We're right on the edge of this bat. So I'm going to go underneath this clay as much as possible to pick up that lip. And press down to create our base. More water here. We're going to pull this wall up. Compressing our lip. Let's try to do that one more time. Go. Just straighten it out. Really maximizing the use of this bat right here. Perfect. I'm gonna add that swirl into this one as well. Let's clean up our edges. Wire it right off. Get that slurry off of this chamois. So we're gonna make 6 of these today. Look at that nice seal. Just want to go nice and slow to keep it center. There we go. Definitely grabbed the wrong size clay ball. This is actually 1 pound and 8 ounces. So I'm going to set this to the side. And we're going to use this for our V60s. But that is my bad. Let's cover it up. We need 2 pounds for these 4-inch planters. It's really no joke. Uh-oh, let's fix that up. You tell the size difference on that? That looks like way more. There we go. Nice. As soon as I was into this shape, I was like, this feels like way too little bit of clay. So, I'm gonna push down some clay to save it for later. Let's find our center. Push down to open it up. Pull slowly towards your body. And push the remaining amount towards the center, keeping this concave shape. Compressing our bottom. Make our first pull here, straight into the middle. Compressing our lip. Let's get a little more clay. Straight up. Let's check our height out. We're just about there. All right, this last pull is always tricky. Straighten it out. get down and look at it. Let's see. I like it. I do like it. So we're gonna get underneath the rest of this clay. Let's see. Compressing that interior, shaping our wall. Get this really straight. There we go. Just clean it up. Get all the water out from underneath, from inside. Let's add our swirl. Nice. There we go. Let's clean this up a little bit. Go. All right, definitely grabbing the 2-pound ball this time. I'm not gonna mess up twice. These guys do not want to get centered today. There's a little air bubble in this bit of clay. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Perfect. So. Find our center, push down slowly. Yeah, 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch on the bottom, pulling it towards our body to open it up. Pushing all our clay towards the center. And this bit of clay is not a happy camper. We're gonna try to get it in line though. Compressing. I'm gonna keep this collared right in the middle, concave form, while we make our height happen. All right. Let's do one pull. Compress the top. One more pull. Yeah. Pressing. Just make sure we got our width here. Just about. Let's get a little bit thicker. Looks like our wall is not straight yet either, so that'll do it. Which one? No. I want to get onto this clay here. All right, let's see what we're working with. about taller. Let's make it a little wider here. Let's add our swirl. Very nice. Just gonna make sure it's really nice and straight. Okay. Cut it right off the bat. Halfway through, 3 out of 6. Ring center. Nice. Now push down our side for our later to be wall for our drainage. Right to the edge of the bat. Let's find our center. Open up our form. Straight down. Bring it to our bodies. Straight over. Slowly. Let's compress our base. Start with our first pull, straight to the middle, compressing our lip. And get some more clay right here out of our bottom. Pull it straight up to the middle. That looks plenty tall enough. Just about. One more small pull. Compressing our lip. All right, now let's get our width. We're not pulling, we're just shaping. Do that one more time. It's looking really good from my angle. Alright, pushing down to create our base for our side wall, and pinching up to pull up a little wall. I'm going to go in with our tool and just really compress that base. Just try to create this divot to go really slow for it. A little bit of a bevel. There it is. Our width. We're pretty tall here. I'm just gonna take a little bit off because we're too tall. There we go. Gonna add our little swirl on the inside. Beautiful. Lots of slurry on this one. Let's get rid of that. See our little guy over there, Nick? Oh my gosh. I wish I could kiss little guy. Let's see. Ease. Nice. It's not doing what I want it to do. Yeah. Because this clay is a little tougher, it's taking a little more work to get it center on this wheel. It's really putting me to work. Breaking a sweat. Right. Let's push some of our clay, set it aside for later. Right on the edge of the bat. Open our form, find the center, push down slowly. Pull it towards ourselves, keeping the base nice and straight. A little faster here. Go. About 4 inches for the bottom. Then we're going to compress, pushing all the clay down towards the base, pushing all the particles together so we don't get any cracks. Let's do some extra compression here. All of our clay towards the center, pressing down on our lip. Let's start pulling. Let's create a little bulb with our fingers at the bottom, pushing our clay out. Then holding that bulb with our 2 fingers, we're going to pull up towards the center. Compressing our lip. All right, one more time. Check our height. It's about right. Let's see, let's straighten it out. Here's our width. Need a little bit thicker. I think we just need to be straighter. There we go. There it is, width and height. Looks very, very good. Going 4 inches by 4 inches for these medium planters. Let's see, get all this water out. All right. Gonna make our side wall, pressing down. So we're at the same level as our interior, pushing all of our clay up over, compressing our lip. I really want to get down underneath and pull any of that extra clay. We're super close to the edge of our bat. There it is. Can pull that a little bit on an angle, straight up. Go. Compress our interior, and let's straighten this out. Oh. There we go, right back into place. I'm laughing at myself. What? So we're gonna add our swirl on the inside. Let's see. And that'll help with the drainage. The water will just flow straight to the bottom, go through the swirl, and then out the 2 drainage holes that we're going to add later. Go. Perfect. We're just gonna use our wire tool and cut this piece off. There we go. And once these are dry enough, we're gonna flip them upside down. This way they dry evenly, especially because the bottoms are thicker. We'll flip them. Go. Oh yeah. All right, it's the 4-incher. We have 1 more to go. Just clean up a little bit. It's a messy business. Just get some more of that water off the chamois. Creates a nice non-slip surface for us. One more bat. One more ball of clay. 2 pounds. There we go. Center this on our wheel. Just gonna push down and towards the middle. We're gonna cone our form up towards the center and then back down the palms of our hands. I'm gonna do that over and over until it feels as center as possible. All the way up. Go back down. That looks really nice and center for us. It's really just about feeling it out when it comes to centering. Sometimes I like to close my eyes. You can really just tell where the force is. I'm gonna push down our sidewall. It's splashed. Find our center. Push down slowly. We're going to pull it towards ourselves to open up. There we go. And compress our bottom. Push all of our clay towards the center just to form our concave shape. Go. Too much slurry there. All right, first pull straight towards the middle, keeping our walls even, all the way up. Then compress your lip. I'm gonna do that one more time. All the way towards the center. One fluid motion. Pressing our lip. See what our height looks like, because we want to get our height first. So we are tall enough for sure. Now let's straighten this out. Now we're not pulling, we're just straightening our walls slowly. Just want to apply more water if you feel any tension of slipping. There we go. Let's check our width. We are at 4 inches. So let's just straighten these out with our tool. We're gonna pull up our side wall, which is our drainage. Gonna get underneath this last bit, but we're so close to the edge of this bat. Go a little faster there. Come on. That little bit is right underneath it. Want enough room to be able to put our finger down there to pull our wall up. There it is. Perfect. We're going to create our base, compress to we're at the same level as our interior wall. Then pull up the side wall, compressing the lip. Take our tool and compress the inside again. Just gonna make sure we're nice and straight here too. Very nice. Just make sure all of our water's out from the inside. We're gonna add our swirl. Perfect. Let's go ahead and wire our piece off our bat. This is our last 4-inch planter. So you can see the difference here. 1 pound of clay for our 2.5-inch small planter and 2 pounds of clay for our 4-inch medium-sized planter. And then we do have one larger one, but we're not going to throw those today. That'll be 5.5 inches, and that's this guy right up in here. Big boy. But it's for another day. Put these right on our drying rack. Clean up our space a little bit. I think I'm gonna get some fresh water for our bucket as well before we throw our final form, which are really our jewelry fountains. Yeah. Eventually all the water just turns into sloppy mud, which is what we got going on here. It's all thick mud, clay water, instead of useful, clean water. So we're gonna add all of this to our reclaim bin, which is all the clay that we recycle from our trimmings. It's pretty full right now too. We do get our fresh water from our sink, but you never put dirty water, any clay water down your sink. It's really bad for your pipes. So we are gonna go get some fresh water right now. We'll be right back. Nice, fresh water. For me too. So this is our final form that we're gonna make today. It's our jewelry fountains. This is Nick's original design. It is 3-tiered for your jewelry. Rings up top, and then we have our like bracelets in the middle. We could put anything on the bottom, which is really nice. But it's thrown as one form instead of multiple pieces. So you can see the bottom is flat. And what we're gonna do is we're going to keep a bottom form, bottom wall, and then throw up a middle wall first and do our middle piece, and then our top, and then our bottom. Let's get to it. I'm gonna use larger bats for this one. You're gonna measure this one. So this caliber has a built-in 12% shrinkage. So if we measure it this side, right here, this is how large we want it to be. Then it'll show us on this side how large we actually need it to be, or when we throw. That's what we're gonna go off of today. Down. We're going to start with centering again. Could you grab that for me? My wire tool just fell forward.
Which one?
The wire tool. Oh, thank you. Didn't see it. Thank you. Could feel that sliding a little bit, so let's actually get the center. There we go. Sheesh. All right, we're shaping the center. Tell you what. All right. So the same deal, we're gonna push down some clay for our bottom layer. Keep our center as a cone. There we go. A little bit bigger, but we're gonna do that later. So what we're gonna do is make sure our center here is nice and compressed, doing a few more cones. There we go. gonna do a very similar fashion for our middle tray. I'm gonna push this straight down, and then we're actually gonna pull up some clay, creating like a phalange. Okay, everything's compressed. Keep this right where we want it for later. We're gonna press down here, pull out like a little saucer. Beautiful. Press down a little bit further in the middle. We don't want to lose our top dish at all. Press that down as we do this. There we go. We are going to create our bowl here, pulling out, shaping the underside. Leaving a very thick rim. Actually, let's do our base and then we're gonna do our final top. So that'll be all the clay we're gonna pull up. Here we go. Compressing and pulling up. Go, let's check our width. We are about on target. Get our bowl shape right there. Bowl shape here, and then we're going to do our top. Just gonna compress right down in the middle. Slowly pulling towards our bodies, creating a little tiny saucer. And make this one a little bit deeper. There we go. Just gonna make sure this inside right here is extremely compressed. All the way down. Last thing I'm going to add is our little accent to our lip. So just a little phalange that comes out. gonna use this blue rib tool to really get in there and get rid of some of our throwing lines. Give it a good look. I think maybe I want this middle to be a little more shapely. There we go. Gonna wire these right off. Because of the plastic bat, it's super sticky, we're gonna wire it off twice. There we go, number 1 out of 4. Let's clean up a little bit. Right in here. We are just centering this on the wheel by coning again, pushing all the clay towards the center, and then flattening it back out. All right. I'm going to start by pushing most of this down towards our base. Creating our bottom tier, but saving it for later. We're going to pull up this wall later. I'm just shaping them out right now. Then let's get our center shaped into more of a cone. And just like before, I'm gonna push down from the top and then pull up from the bottom. You can see our tiers forming. Create our basin, our bowl, little saucer, pinch it and pull it towards ourselves. And we're also going to create our bowl shape with our fingers. Always compressing the rim as you go. our top tier, pressing in towards the center. Shape our little bowl. Cute. I'm gonna go back in and do our final bottom tier. A little wider. Let's see what we can do about that. I'm gonna pinch and pull towards our bodies to create a bowl shape. We do have our desired width, which is awesome. All right, let's slow this guy down. Get most of the water out from all of the spots. Let's go in and add our little accent. And then to the middle one, just pushing the clay over the rim a little bit. Just gonna clean up all the edges. There we go. And once these are dry, we're gonna go in and really shape our bowl out a little bit more. We can clean up some of the thicker parts of the interior. Let's see. For one clean swipe. And another. Nice. All right. Let's keep these balls of clay covered up so they don't dry out. There we go. Really stick that clay on there. Center it up. Lots of arm muscle being used today. All right, we're gonna create our tiers here. Leaving some clay on the bottom, pushing that down. The rest of the clay is going to be shaped into a cone. There we go. Let's separate our top and bottom tier. Push up from the bottom, down from the top to create our middle bulge. This will be our top. All right. There's some more of that clay down there. Pull up from the bottom while pushing down, and then we're going to pull this whole piece towards ourselves. Create a bowl. A little bit more clay, so I'm going to pull some more up from the bottom. Right there. One pull towards our bodies, and we have our middle tier. Shoot. All right. Just make sure we're shaped up down here. We're not losing our form. Looking good. Gonna compress all this clay at the bottom. Let's make our bottom tier. Compressing. We're gonna pull this piece towards us. Perfect. We want to get rid of that little bump right there. Push some more of this clay straight down. There we go. Let's do our final top tier. A lot of clay left up here, so I'm going to take a little bit off. I'm going to make it a little bit. Go. Yeah, pushing straight down in the middle, create our bowl. Straight up, and then pull it towards our body. A smaller sponge. Let's see. Just gonna shape this bowl a little bit more and then add our little accent at the top. There we go. Let's add our accent for the middle. And for our third tier. There we go. Three of four, we're gonna do one more. And if we have time today, we can do our V60s. What's that?
See if the girl said anything.
Yeah, let me check it out. No, I didn't get anything. I can hit her up again. Just later, tomorrow. Coning straight up and pushing all of our clay back down to center. Let's do it one more time. All of our clay needs to be up here. Everything to the middle. Let's go back down softly. Our cone. Push most of our clay down for our bottom tier. Leave that for later. Work on our top tier and our middle tier. Separate these two. Do a push down for a middle tier and then bring it up as well. Right up. A little more down. There we go. We're gonna open this up like a bowl. Just pull it right towards our bodies. Make sure we don't lose this top tier. I'm gonna push it down a little bit. There we go. Shape up this middle tier. Creating a little bowl. Nice. Let's do our top tier. Another little bowl. I'm gonna even out this post, whatever you would call this middle area. I think it'd be our post. So it's gonna have a larger ring dish on the top. Jewelry. There we go. All right, now let's do our bottom. Compressing all the way. Create our bottom lip. And we're gonna pull that towards ourselves. There it is. It's compressing. I'm gonna make this top, I think, a little bit smaller. There we go. Just compressing our lips the whole time. There we go. Now let's make our little accents as well. Start at the top. There we go. Just get our middle. There we go. Get all the water out. Let's create that little bevel at the bottom for our wire tool. Nice. right towards us and do it twice. There we go. Should we do the V60s today? All right, yeah. This clay was really tough today. I think it's the weather. It's been kind of cold here in Florida. It's made our clay a little tougher than normal. Not sure, but it's my best guess. Fresh clay though, which is really nice. So before we go, I want to wish Nick the happiest birthday ever. His birthday is on Monday. So if everybody could say happy birthday to him in the comments. He's the best and he puts the whole show on. It's really all to him. So big thank you, my wonderful boyfriend Nick. But we successfully did small planters, medium planters, and jewelry dishes today. I think it was pretty successful. What do you think, Nick?
Yep. So we have to get little guy some food, so we're gonna wrap it up. We did 2 hours. Thanks to everyone who tuned in.
Thank you guys.
If you didn't already, make sure you're subscribed, drop a like, and turn on notifications so you know when we're live. We're gonna pick a day or 2 days a week that we stream regularly on a schedule. And
Yeah, we'll be on YouTube and on Twitch now. So whichever platform you prefer, follow us there.
we'll try it out. We're trying it out right now, so we'll see how it goes. When's the next stream?
Well, maybe Friday, Thursday. Thursday.
Well, appreciate everyone watching. Like I said, make sure you hit the drop. It really helps out if you can hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications so you always know when we're live.
Yes,
Because
please.
you know, I guess this is our 4th stream, and they're getting better and better. We're still working out all the kinks. This is a big operation that we're just, you know, we're just learning and starting. So
Yeah, we
appreciate everyone
you.
watching and tuning in. And we'll catch you on the next one.
See you later, guys.